Hello viewers, I am Dr. Zahoor Islam and you are watching me on my YouTube channels. I am going to discuss about the coating material. This is the second continuation lecture about microencapsulation process. So in microencapsulation process, we have already discussed in detail about the coating process, coating material and core material. So the coating for coating material selection, it would be specific, and the selection of the specific coating material from the list of the candidate material totally depend on the following factors. So whenever you are going to select the coating material, you will have to check all the properties which are given here. The first one is the specific dosage or the product requirement, you will have to check the stability of the coating material, and either your coating materials can reduce the volatility or release characteristics and environmental condition. The second one is the coating material. It should satisfy the product objectives and requirements. And the third one is micro encapsulation methods that is the best suited to accomplish the coated product objectives. So it means that the selection of coating material is very important regarding the stability of the product and reduce the volatility, the release characteristics, and the environmental conditions. Now come toward the classification of coating material. These are the different coating material. So the first one is water soluble resin. Water soluble resins, the good examples are gelatin, gum arabic or PVP, polyvinyl pyridine, carboxymethyl cellulose, and methoxycellulose or hydroxyethyl cellulose. These are water soluble resins which can be used as a coating material. So you can use gelatin or gum arabic and PVP or CMC or MC or hydroxyethyl cellulose. The second one is water insoluble resins. That is ethyl cellulose or polyethylene glycol, polyamides, nylon or poly methacrylate or cellulose nitrate or silicones. These are water insoluble resins. Then waxes and lipids. For examples, paraffin can be also used as a coating material, or canoba is also used as a coating material, or beeswax and stearic acids, or you can say stearyl alcohol or glyceryl stearate. The fourth one is enteric resin. Enteric resins are shellac in nature. So these are shellac which can be also used for the as an enteric coating or cellulose acetate, phthalate, and zine. This is the basic classification of the coating material. Now there are some properties of the coating materials which are mentioned here. So the first one is the coating material has the tendency or it is capable of forming a film that is cohesive with the core materials. Mean it can be embedded or fitted with one another or compatible with one another. The coating material should be chemically compatible and non-reactive with the core. The same case is with like dissolve like. So the coating material should provide the desired coating properties such as strength, flexibility, impermeability, and optical property as well as stability. So these are some characteristics of the coating material. Selected stability, release, and other properties, the three important areas of microencapsulation application are. So first of all, you will have to check the stabilization of the core material. that the core material step, for example, the stabilization of vitamin A, palmitate oil against oxidation and to retard the degradative losses. The second one is the control of the release or the availability of the core material. The control in the release pattern or the availability of the core material. For example, the sustained release of small aspirin crystal by ethyl cellulose coating and the release of aspirin is achieved by diffusion since the polymer is inert and pH insensitive coating. So it means that the stabilization of the core material is important, that your core material is stable. For example, vitamin A palmitate oil against oxidation and its main purpose is to retard and reduce the degradative losses. While the second one is the control of release or availability of the core materials. So mostly the sustained release of the small aspirin crystal by ethyl cellulose that can be coated and the release of aspirin is achieved by diffusion since the polymer is inert. The third one is separation of chemically reactive ingredient with the tablet or powder mixture. The example of stability enhancement accomplished by a microencapsulation of incompatibles and admixed constituents, for example, aspirin and chlorpheniramine maleate. So the separation of the chemical reactive ingredient within tablet or powder mixture would be separated from the one another. It can be easily separated from one. What are the different equipments which are used in the microencapsulation process? Equipments and processing. Processing means microencapsulation of the bulk materials is either is a dry powder or is a dispersed form and processed to final product form. And the equipments which are used for microencapsulation. Microencapsulation is done by either simple laboratory equipments or complex machine, and they are specifically designed for example, V blenders, tablet machine granulators, homogenizers, or kneaders, HGC fillers machine or coating equipments in order to avoid the rupture, attrition, and dissolution. So this was all about the microencapsulation process. That's why microencapsulation is performed and what are the different methods or different equipments or the process which are used and why microencapsulation is important and how we can differentiate between core material and coating agent. So this was a general discussion regarding microencapsulation, which is very important topic for all PharmD students, for all pharmacy students. So it is very important to memorize all the relevant contents. For example, the classification of the coating material, that what are the example of water soluble resins or water insoluble resins, and waxes and lipids. That's why the selection of stabilizer and polymer, they are very important, especially in in different formulations. So once again, thank you so much for watching my lecture.